Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of El Local. I am your host, Eddie Gonzalez, and I am excited today because I have a guest who has a nonprofit that I really want to put out there to you guys. Sandra, welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to share what we do, who we are, and just to be able to share all the information with the community.
Yes, yes, no,
Okay.
welcome. I'm super excited because we have mutual people that we know, and I saw your profile posted, and it just clicked on me like, oh, cool. Like I wanna know more. And when I found out more about it, I'm like, this is awesome.
Thank you.
And so, can you let everyone know what the name of the nonprofit is?
Yes, the name is Gardenia, Amor y Bienestar para la Mujer. So it's in Spanish, but I picked gardenia because it has a meaning. It comes from
Mm-hmm.
a flower that it has a beautiful smell, and then also it has different colors,
Okay.
and the colors are different meanings. So
Oh,
for
nice.
me, it was kind of unique because when I think as a woman or as a person itself, it's just like the flower. You need to water it. The
Mm-hmm.
flower sometimes needs sun, it needs love. So it was just perfect for me. And Amor y Bienestar is we need love. We need to be healthy to be able
Mm-hmm.
to
Yes,
love.
yes.
Um, and para la mujer is for women. That's our focus here in the community of Watsonville. We want to focus on women.
And what is Gardenia? Like you say, focus on women, but what is the the message behind? What is the nonprofit
Yeah.
focus on?
Yeah, so we want to focus, we want to be able, we focus on wellness. We want to be able to promote physical activity, nutritional education, just connection with nature, be able to provide some resources, some skills, some information for women here in our community. And also, it's basically Santa Cruz, Monterey, the local neighborhoods here too. It's just giving them the skills to say, just take 30 minutes for yourself. So we have a few classes. Everything is absolutely at no cost. We do take donations, but we do boot camp classes on Tuesdays. And then that class, the idea on creating that class, um, it's a class that you use your own body to
Mm-hmm.
work out. Very minimum equipment is required. Of course, it's more fun if you do have
Mm-hmm.
equipment, but it's just to teach them. If you can't come to the class, you can do it at home. It's easy.
So it focuses when you say wellness,
Mhm.
exercise,
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 physical
physical.
activity,
Mm-hmm.
and the nutritional education part. So sometimes we do have healthy recipes information that we
Mm-hmm.
do. We do visits to the farms here to local farms where we stay like we try to also provide information about different foods.
Okay.
So there are healthy foods, and then just what your body needs, the nutrients that your body needs as well. And we try to do it in a fun way. All foods are good, are healthy. So we promote healthy to see food in a healthy way as well.
Mm-hmm. And what was the the thinking behind this organization? It's a nonprofit,
It's a nonprofit.
and so where did the idea come from? Where did you kind of like, I want to start this?
Yes, definitely. It's a great question, and it took a few years
Mm-hmm.
for this organization to come alive. I kind of always was a volunteer to different nonprofits here in our community. So after volunteering so many years, I said like I want to be able to have my own nonprofit and be able to offer some services that I feel they're important as well.
And when you kind of felt that, did you know that you're you wanted to focus on women, or did you kind of have an idea?
So the idea of focusing on women, it came from different parts. So my daughter, when she was on elementary, uh, Teresa Cariño found a nonprofit organization that it focused on young little girls. And her organization is called Salud y Cariño. So she focused on young little girls starting elementary and then middle school and eventually high school. So my daughter was part of the first group of the pilot group, and just seeing how important that was for her to be part of a group that is focused on positive things. They also focus on doing art,
That's
different,
awesome.
many different things. So I always, when I will go and pick up my daughter and see what she was doing, see how happy she was, I used to tell Teresa, I want this for me too.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have this. Then also as being a mom, having a family and work, trying to go to school, I was always in so much pressure and under so much stress that I got a little bit sick too. Because when we're so much under stress, I got a little bit sick. Then my healing journey began, and part of that healing journey was physical activity.
Uh-huh.
So once I realized the big difference that and the impact that that make in my life, I also said like I want to be able to teach women this as well. I want everyone to be able to know you're busy, but you are important too.
Yeah,
You
focusing
are
on
important.
yourself.
Focus on yourself. Just give yourself 30 minutes a day, if possible, even 15 minutes. And that will have a big impact, a big difference on your health, on the overall things that you do on your daily basis. So just by me learning that coping skill and how important, and then just seeing the changes that it brought to my health, to my life, I wanted to share that because I started to see more and more women going so much under stress
Yeah.
every day. So I wanted it that just not just for me. I wanted to share it with our community.
And that's important because
Yes.
I think there's a misconception with people, especially like Latino, Mexican American
Yes.
families growing up.
Definitely.
It's like we gotta go and focus on everyone and put
Yes.
everyone ahead of us. But
Yes.
sometimes it's like, no, you have to focus on yourself first, put yourself first, because if you are giving yourself all so much to your family, to
Mm-hmm.
others, you neglect yourself, and
Yes.
if you neglect yourself, then you crumble and something happens, and then you can't take care of anyone else.
Yes, and that's a very important point that you mentioned right there. I think that was what happened to me. I come from, even though I'm not super old, but I grew up with that being in my life
Hmm.
with my family. I still got. I know when we think about like women following directions and women obeying, we think that it's many years back, maybe like 80 years ago. But I come from a very little small town, from a family where I still grow up, and I got some of those values too that there were kind of like put into my life right
Hmm.
as I was growing up. I grew up with three brothers and just me, so there's four of us.
Are you the eldest, youngest, or do you
I'm kind
land
of the
in the middle?
middle, so my dad used to tell my brothers and myself, um, she needs to do everything that you tell her to do.
Mm.
So, and then my mom is like, first you need to clean, you need to take care of the house, you need to work. I used to work on the fields too at a
Hmm.
very, very young age. So I kind of grew up with those kind of thinking and ideas. So it's like a hard journey to get
Yeah.
out of that. Sometimes you don't want that for you, and that was one of the challenges that I have for me, that it was already in me to be able to take care of everybody else
Hmm.
and just leave myself at the end,
Yeah.
and not to so it was kind of caring for the family, my brothers, my parents, and my daughter, and then going to school, working. But everything happens for a
Yeah.
reason, right? So I learned on my 20s, late 20s, I got really sick, and I started that mindset change,
Hmm.
right? When I was like, wait a minute, no, it's
Yeah.
not all about everybody else. It's also like I need to take care of me. And the way that I grew up, it was so hard for me to say no. If someone come and ask for help, I will say, okay,
Hmm. You would
could you,
neglect
yeah,
yourself,
I will
you know.
neglect myself, and that is something that I started changing, and I still feel like a lot of um, women here in our community, because we have such a grown Latino community,
Hmm.
that still mindset still there, kind
Hmm.
of there too, and it's something that I would like them to understand. It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay to say yes to yourself.
Yes.
And of course, it takes some time, even for myself, going to school and learning a
Hmm.
lot about health and how important it is to take care of yourself. It was still hard for me to say no to my family and
Yeah.
say yes to myself. And it took a few years to learn. And that's something that I would like to teach the girls. It's okay to put yourself first sometimes. Sometimes when you take care of you, you're able to help others even better,
Yes.
because you have more
Yes.
energy. And then just to see like your priorities too. Like now I prioritize a few things before I can say yes to many
Yeah.
other stuff that I need to do. So it's a positive change. I feel it's
Yes.
like something that is very positive for women in our community to know.
Do you get like when someone comes in, right, and they're checking out the nonprofit and they're involved, what kind of pushback is that for someone? Because again, also también as a Latino community, it's like we hate change. You know, we
Yeah.
hate change because the unknown is so scary. So, what kind of pushback do you see, like when someone doesn't know how to put themselves first? Like, how do you teach someone like that?
Yeah, that's a very important question. So usually when we invite, excuse me, women here in our community or tell them about Gardenia, they'll say like, "Oh, thank you. I'll think about it. I'm so busy. I can't." So we just tell them, "Well, we'll just leave an open invitation."
Hmm.
That's something that I learned from Carlos, which is our board of directors. He's our president. He always goes like, "Well, it's an open invitation. So when
Hmm.
you can, here's the information. You're more than welcome to just come and take a look at it. This is what we see." And sometimes when we have a new person that is coming for the first time,
Yeah.
after they do the class, after they spend some time with us, they like it. They say
Hmm.
like, I always check with them and say, what do you think about the class? Do you like it? How are you feeling? They say, yeah, I do like it. I love it. I feel good. We try to welcome everyone. We try to feel so they can feel the love. We do it with love.
Yes.
Everything is done with the heart. Um, so I think they can feel that too. They
That
can
welcoming
that
environment.
welcoming
Yes.
environment. That's the idea for them, just to feel that love, to feel part of the family. And I think it's really nice to see, because that's at the end of the day, that's what we're becoming, like a big family.
Hmm.
Just yesterday we had a celebration we after our Zumba class, we celebrated my dad's 71 birthday.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's just so nice to see the girls call him abuelo, abuelo.
Yeah.
Everyone's calling him abuelo,
Yes.
right? So it's just so neat how it's a group, it's a class, but it's more than just going
You're
for a
you're
workout, right?
creating something
Yeah,
that people feel the love, right? The
yeah, like
comfortableness. It's like it's a family. It's a
it's a
you know. Like,
family. Yeah,
so
so it's more than just going to work out for 1 hour. It's more than just going and have a good workout. It's just getting to know each other, knowing that you can reach out to one another. They're starting to get to know each other, being friends, and it's just for me it's amazing. It's something that we want Gardenia to grow and
yes,
grow and be able to reach out more and more women here in our community.
that's awesome. No, that is great because I know, and I've had conversations with people in the past. You know how women need a space
Yeah.
to flourish and connect with each other, and especially like if you're focusing on kind of like exercise wellness. I know that a lot of women don't feel comfortable going to conventional gyms,
Mm-hmm.
or they're seeking somewhere to be comfortable in. So I
Yeah.
think that is great that you're opening that
Yeah.
environment, that space for them.
Yeah, something that we also share with the women here in our community when we're inviting them to Gardenia, say we had different levels. If you're not familiar with the gym or if you have never worked out before, it's okay. We accommodate the classes. Our coach, Puma, we call him Puma.
Hmm.
He's amazing. He's amazing. He volunteers his time just for the girls, for us. He's an amazing coach. He always push us to do our best, but he's also very mindful if one of the girls say like, "Oh, I can't do that workout," then he goes, "Oh, try to do this."
Hmm.
So he accommodates the workouts, his classes, and it's for all different levels.
That's
We
awesome.
have yeah, we have a few girls that they're under 18 that they started with us when they were pretty young, and we just keep them with us and just seeing them grow. And then we also have women that are on their 20s, 30s,
Hmm.
50s, 60s. So over 60s, I know we have one of them that is also 70 on her 70s. So it's just amazing
Yeah,
to be
different
able to
range of
see
ages.
different ages, and everyone is welcome. So it's just amazing to see also our coach to plan those workouts that could be for all different levels.
And what classes do you guys offer? You mentioned Zumba, so you have like a Zumba class. And what
Yes.
are the kind of
So yes, so definitely. So on Tuesdays we have the boot camp class, which you work out your whole body, and we don't use a lot of equipment. We might use some weights, and we have like from 1 pound to 5 pound, 15 pounds, 20. And then we have Thursdays, we have boxing as well.
oh, that's awesome. Get that
And
anger out, right?
yes,
Frustration.
um, so I wanted to incorporate boxing because I do boxing. I have been doing
Hmm.
boxing for a few years, and it's very helpful.
Yeah. Yes.
At the end of a long, stressful day, you just go and punch the bag and
Yes.
whew,
Get it all out. Just
get it all out.
yes.
It's amazing feeling. You also feel more. For me, it has helped me feel more confident, more strong as well. And it just helps me relieve all the stress. So after boxing,
Yes.
I'm like a new person.
That's great.
So I wanted the same feeling for the girls. Sometimes when you say like boxing, they might say like boxing for a woman. I don't
It's
know. It's
intimidating.
intimidating.
Yes.
So once they started doing it, it was really nice and really neat to see them doing their punches and having fun. I still remember the first time that I was teaching them how to do shadow boxing. So
Mm-hmm.
shadow boxing is you have your gloves, both you and your partner have your gloves, but you throw your punches, but you don't. It's like
Yeah.
air kind of punches. You don't punch the other person and just see them laugh and trying to like throwing their punches and like like, it was super neat to see that experience and just to see them how they have learned the
Mm-hmm.
names of their punches too. So at first I will say like, this is your one, this is your two. And I'm like, and then I will go three, four, five. They go like, what?
What are you talking
What
about?
are you
What is
talking
this?
about? What is this? Then dog, dog. Um, then now they're so good at it. And then just very recently, like probably like maybe 2 weeks ago, we're incorporating freestanding bags.
Okay.
So that was something really exciting for them too, to learn how to punch a
Yes.
bag too. They're so used to punching the pads with a partner, so now they're learning to punch a bag, and it's they're just going with more power,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so neat to see them learning and growing.
And I'm sure that's awesome because, like you said, like the growth in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
there's been ladies that have been with you since the beginning,
Yeah.
and just talk about that evolution, that growth in the women from when they first come in to like now. Like, I mean, obviously it's a positive change, but what's that feeling like? To see.
Oh yeah. Oh, when I think about it, I just want to cry, but happy tears because I do see some of them. They come to me and they go like, "Oh yeah, I feel more confident." So just being able to see that smile and that kind of sassy personality,
Yes.
it's I feel like a mom. I feel like a mom when you see your kids growing and when you see them building all of their different skills.
Mm.
So for me, and I also tell Carlos, there are children, there are babies, there are girls, and that's what we call them. Even
Mm-hmm.
my dad, that everyone call him abuelo. When we're gonna do something, he
Yes.
goes, "It's for the girls. It's for our girls, and let's do this for the girls." So we call them all of them are girls. So there are girls, and then when they come and share their experience and how Gardenia is making a change in their life, is very important for me to know because it's one of the things that it keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's important to know and hear from them too of how Gardenia is making this different and helping them because that helps me to keep going
Yes.
too. It gives me that extra strength and that extra energy to say like, I need to keep going with
Yes.
this. This is helping. It's helping our community. It's making a difference. I had to keep going because
Yes.
every nonprofit has its challenges,
Of
right?
course.
And it
Yes.
takes time and it takes effort, and it's like a job. It's like a job. So just hearing their stories and seeing how they're growing, it just pushes me to keep going too. That's kind of my energy that I get to
Yes.
keep going. So yeah. So and then the other class that we have is Zumba. Zumba is super fun. And then you don't need to know how to dance. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. For me, I'm not a dancer, so most of the girls they know the steps. They might go right and I might go left. But one of the things that the Zumba instructor Ana Rosa, which she also volunteers her time and she comes all the way from Santa
Oh,
Cruz.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
comes once a week from Santa Cruz. She volunteers her time and everything just for this girl. So she's passionate about what she does too, and she also knows the difference that she's making, and she's always says that's what it keeps me going. That's my reward, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's more than money. the reward of seeing other people enjoy the class and smile and be
Hmm.
having a good time, that is more valuable for her
Yes.
than the money that she can be getting paid for that class. So as she always said, just keep moving. If you
Hmm.
don't know the steps, it's okay. You will learn them, because it could also be intimidating
Oh yeah.
going for the first time and just seeing everyone going, and you're like, what?
We
I'm
just
barely going this way, and they're already going the other way.
Yeah, because even
So
hearing Zumba, the word Zumba to me right now is like, oh my gosh, that's like a little bit shaky. Like I don't know if I can keep up, you know.
yes.
So
Yeah, so she always says, as long as you keep moving, so that's what I do. I just keep moving.
that's great.
And little by little, you'll start learning the steps. So, and then you feel more comfortable too.
Hmm.
But if you haven't done it with the first time, it could be like, oh, okay, they're doing it so fast. But I will say, just keep going, just enjoy it, just have fun, just feel the music.
Hmm.
And it's just for you to be out there and have fun and get to know more people
Yeah.
and just have a good time. It's just kind of like for your mind to be distracted in a positive way. It kind of helps you leave behind some of your stress, some of your issues,
Hmm.
and just go dance for a little bit, and you'll feel all better.
That's great. That's awesome. As a nonprofit, I mean, with anything, business, nonprofit, there's always kind of struggles, right?
Yeah.
What has been, I guess, a struggle that you, as a nonprofit, kind of face on a, I guess, daily thing? Is there something that kind of hinders the growth of Gardenia?
Yes. I will say we are a nonprofit that have been offering services for over 2 years already in our community, and we do it at no cost. We are a nonprofit that we don't have a budget, so everything has been run by volunteers. Our coaches, they volunteer their time. Our board of directors, they volunteer their time. We collaborate together with some other nonprofits that we have, that I used to volunteer for before, or that some of our board of directors used to volunteer, so we kind of connect and say like, who or participants benefit from your services. So we kind of partner up, but we're able to offer some fruits and vegetables after each class and some other food items, because we collaborate together with Second Harvest
Hmm.
Food Bank. And then we do our bike rides with in collaboration with Bike Collective, which is another
Hmm.
nonprofit, or Growing Greatness, which is another nonprofit organization. So they let us borrow their bikes. They volunteer their time. So we try to do bike rides once a month, sometimes a little bit more, but it's all like because they do their services at no cost for us, so we're kind of able to do that. And we do our farm visits with local farms here in our community as well, because their services, they give it to us for also at no cost. So they host us at no cost. But the challenges for Gardenia is sometimes we would like to do more,
Hmm.
but because there is no budget, so
Yeah.
there is that limitation, right? So eventually, I know it's. I always tell myself it's okay to dream,
Hmm.
right? But eventually, my vision is for Gardenia to be able to have our own space,
Hmm.
be able to have more equipment, be
Yes.
able to have, be able to offer cooking classes, be able to have like an open gym hours,
Yes.
because right now we have the time for our classes. It doesn't work for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So we want to be able to reach more women. So we want to be able to have more classes, maybe morning classes and then afternoon classes, be able to have just those open hours, to have like kind of like gym set up and have
Yes.
those open hours where they can just come work out, just feel good, enjoy their time. be able to offer more preventive care classes too, more art, more hands-on
Hmm.
classes, so to have a little bit more of
A
everything.
variety of things.
Yes, and have it offer at different times. That's my dream. That's my goal.
Yeah, and you know what?
And we're gonna keep going until we
Yeah.
achieve that goal. Yeah, so hopefully, I think having a Gardenia place here in the community and seeing it grow, it will be very beneficial. It will
Mhm.
be very beneficial in our community. As I say, um, we want to be able to support more people from the Santa Cruz area, from the Monterey area. I know we had at some point a woman coming all the way from Ben Lomond,
Oh wow.
so that's a long drive too, right? So we want to be able to go to places and offer classes. Like if you can't come to us, maybe we can go to you.
Hmm.
Maybe we can go and do like an intro class,
Because the
right?
need is there.
The need is there,
Yes.
and we have been asked by other nonprofits too, or other here in our community, could you come and do a class? Could you come to us? I said we would love to, but right now we don't have the resources. We don't have. Yeah, we can.
Hmm.
We're not able to do that. So for right now, we have been saying no. Even if we want to, we can,
Hmm.
because the our coaches is their they volunteer their time, so we work with their time, and they're already volunteering so much. I can't say like, oh, let's go
Yeah.
and do another class, or so it's something that at the moment we have been saying no for that reason,
Hmm.
just because we don't have the resources. I know I was asked if I could do more classes also for the Community Health Trust. They have some programs. And say at the moment, we just
Yeah.
can do that. So that's one of the reasons, because of funding,
Yeah.
that we're not able to offer more. We want to, but we don't have the potential. We don't have the resources or the funding to be able to do more in
Yeah.
our community.
But that's a good feeling. I mean, aside from right the funding, and I'm sure um, the in, the way I see this is it's growing,
Yeah.
and that the fact that people are asking you right now, I know it's fortunate that you have to turn it down, but
Yeah.
again, that need and people are
Mm-hmm.
seeing what you guys are doing, that must feel really good. That people are
Yeah.
seeking you guys for these resources and things, but
Yeah.
that's just a testament to what you guys have created.
Yeah, definitely. And I do have that feeling as well, that you mentioned, just to see all the things that we have done with no money,
Hmm.
right? It's challenging, but at the same time, I feel like everything will happen when it needs to happen.
Hmm. In due
We,
time.
c- w- yeah, when it's time, probably when we're more ready for that too. Like I keep seeking for grants. I keep applying for it. Sometimes when you're a new nonprofit, and especially if you don't have a budget, when they look at your application, they say, "Where is your budget?" Right? You don't have a budget, so they could see you as a nonprofit that you're not gonna be out there.
Hmm.
You're not gonna be able to survive for many years
Yeah.
without the funds. So they usually go for the ones that are already established,
Hmm.
and they say these ones are already established for many years. They have the potential to stay where they are and grow. And when they see a small nonprofit, no budget, they go, "Ooh, they might not make it." And the way I see it, it's I don't support that vision so much, because I see it like you need to support those that don't have a budget, so they're able to survive. They're able to do more. But unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, and I know you guys sometimes do some fundraisers,
Yeah.
for yourselves. Like what fundraisers do you guys put
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, we have done car wash. We work with Extra Hot Pizza with Tammy. She helped us. Cami, she helped us a lot. So we did a fundraiser for pizza too. Sometimes we do raffles. We have done movie night. So we try to do different activities. I know we're gonna work on doing more as well,
Hmm.
and it requires like a whole team to
Hmm.
plan them as well.
Well, you mentioned your board. Who is
Yeah.
your board? Who is
Yes.
the faces behind Gardenia other than yourself?
Yes, I have an amazing board members. It's very small. So we have Carlos Olivares, who is the president, and we have Angela Martinez as well, and we have Becca. So it's only three of them. But they're very supportive. They're very open. I think the board members are a very important key on your success as well, because I share my ideas and they just go, yes, you have my 100% support. And whenever I say, let's do a fundraiser, let's do this, they go, yes, let's do it. So they're super, super supportive. They try to be there when we do activities. They try to be our classes when we do farm visits, when we do special events. So that is very important.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. I'm super lucky because we're very small, but the support is like 100% there.
Hmm.
And for me, it's super important. They push me, we help one another. I wouldn't be able to do this without them. And then also with the support of my dad, even though he doesn't have a name on the board, but he's like part of it. You know,
Hmm.
he's part of this team, which I wouldn't be able to do what I do without Abuelo. That's how we call him.
Mm.
That's his name now, Abuelo. That's his official name, Abuelo. But his real name is Efren. And then, of course, with our amazing coaches, whenever I tell them I want to buy little weights, I want to buy medicine balls. What do you think? And they need to be able to plan the classes using the medicine balls, the weights, and they're very open.
Hmm.
They're donating their time, and planning a class. It takes a little bit of time too, so usually Puma, our coach, he's very open and he gets excited.
Yeah, yeah.
Just last week we were able to purchase three bikes. They're air bikes, which you use your legs and your arms at the same
Uh huh.
time. So I had that in mind for a while, but we didn't have the funding. But we got with the support of the Extra Hat owner, the Tammy. I probably am saying it right. Her name. We got some money, and then it's not a lot, but sometimes we were able to raise $600,
That's awesome.
and those $600 got us bikes.
That's
So
awesome.
with the 4th of July offers.
Yes. But sometimes, the little that you get, you create a lot.
Yes, and that's what we do, and that's one of the things that I love. Sometimes that with very little, we're able to see, we're able to get some stuff that the girls also feel excited about
Hmm.
it. So just this week, my dad put them together. And then we took them to the place where we have our classes. We used them this
Hmm.
Thursday. It was our first day using the bikes. Everyone was super excited.
Really nice.
We also were able to get a used one for $40
That's great.
from someone here from our community. So it takes a little bit of time to be
Hmm.
looking for stuff, but when we get it, we really appreciate it and
Hmm.
value it as $1,000 or more item for us. And when Puma got to the class, our coach, he saw the bikes, and it was just so neat to see his face. he got on the bike just like a little kid and say like, yes, we can use it for our we have stations
Mm-hmm.
sometimes on Tuesdays for a boot camp. We can use it for our stations and for boxing. We also use them as a warm up for our boxing class. So before we start punching, we do a little bit of warm up,
Yeah.
and everyone was super happy. And they're little things, right? But
Mm-hmm.
they make a big impact.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And the fact, like you said, like surrounding yourself with the people that are gonna support, right? And
yeah,
definitely, like I said, small but mighty,
yes,
and I think that the the group that you have, um, as long as you guys stick together, just continue, push forward, like things will come.
yeah.
And so, where do you see yourself going forward? What do you see? What do you envision in the future for Gardenia? I know you said a space, um, reaching out more communities, but where do you see yourself, let's say, in 5 years?
Oh, 5 years. You might think that 5 years is a lot of time, but
But before you know it, you blink and it's here.
it's
You
here.
know.
Yeah, it's here. I think we I well, it will be amazing like if in 5 years we can have our own place. Um, but I think it will be like a big dream, but hopefully it can come true. I know sometimes I get very anxious and I don't want to keep waiting.
Hmm.
Sometimes the waiting is hard. So I try to push myself like, Sandra, you need to be able to, like in 5 years, be able
Hmm.
to have your place, be able to have more classes. Um, but I have learned that it takes time.
Hmm.
It
Yes.
takes some time and, of course, a lot of help. But in 5 years, I would like to have our own place. If Even if we don't have our own place, probably like I would like to be able to have more classes.
Hmm.
I know that maybe saying like I want to have my own place and have all the equipment that I need, and it's a little ambitious, but at least I want to be able to have more classes, maybe to have a little bit more equipment.
Hmm.
Maybe I know one of my goals has been being able to incorporate more connection with nature. And another goal that I have that is very important, and I want to start working on it, is being able to offer more um, health classes
Hmm.
that we can learn. There's just so much that we can learn about different foods, what they
Hmm.
help you for,
Hmm.
that they can help you for your skin, for your digestive system, that we can have regular checkups and
Hmm.
see like, like just having small groups where we can focus and work with them on their goals too,
Hmm.
not just being able to check in with the girls and say, okay, what are your needs? What is it that you would like to learn? What is it that you want to learn more?
Hmm.
And just having those small groups where we can check in and say, like, oh, if we had 10 girls that kind of want to learn about the same thing, let's start working with that group and let's start checking in with them. And then we have another group that they're interested or they want to learn more about. For example, we have some girls that have diabetes, right?
Hmm.
So being able to focus on that group and say like, this foods or this is what you can do
Hmm.
um, to help with what you're dealing with, right? What you're going through. So that's one of my main goals that I would like to do and that I feel I can achieve within those five
Yeah.
years. Um, the having the space is a little too ambitious, maybe in 10 years, but but definitely they're offering more different classes, not just physical, but I would like to focus maybe within the next year starting to focus more on what is the nutrition part. And the nutrition parts incorporate many different topics.
Yes.
So I do want them to learn more. Even myself, like when I was talking to one of the nurses not long ago, she was just mentioning different topics and I was
Yeah.
just Oh, I never thought about that. I
Mm-hmm.
never thought about which foods can help my digestive system, my skin, my anxiety, my depression. If we reduce sugar, what kind of impact has in my body? And it's just amazing topics that we
Mm-hmm.
can do, short little topics. Of course, we don't want to do like a whole hour because after, when we're adults, after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we're
Yeah,
lost.
yeah. It's
So,
gonna be short and
yeah,
sweet. Yes.
short and sweet, but like to do different sections, maybe on
Mm-hmm.
the same topic. And so for the girls to be able to start learning a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And like I said, from what I've heard, what I've seen on the social media page, everyone seems happy,
Oh, thank
and
you.
Angela Martinez,
Yes.
was able to connect us.
Thank you.
And so thank you, Angela, for
Thank you,
this.
Angela.
And
Yes.
Carlos as well.
And
Thank you.
Carlos. Thank you, Carlos.
And yeah,
Yeah.
this is great, and I'm very excited for the future for you guys,
Thank
and
you.
what you guys are gonna be doing, and hopefully we could connect and collaborate in some ways in the future, as
Yeah.
well. On
Yes.
I know there's some things that people that when I mentioned who you guys were, they're like, oh, I want their information. I want to connect with them. I want
Yes.
to
Yes.
reach out and see, because again, the focusing on women, Latinas, in the community, just in general, is a big need,
Yeah. It
and
is.
it's a portion of our community that needs a lot of growth and a lot of watering,
Yes.
so I know that you guys are heading in the right direction,
Thank you.
and you guys are doing great things.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And I did want to mention or ask, you had mentioned that the gardenia plant has different colors, right?
Yes.
What are the colors?
Well,
Because I don't think I've ever seen one, or maybe I have, but didn't think of.
yeah, the most common one is white,
Hmm.
of course, and it has its meaning. When we see white, we see like something that is clean,
Hmm.
right, pure. And then they're also pink, and they're also red, and each color kind of has its own unique, significant meaning. But the one that it was once you Google gardenia, it kind of gives you the feeling like it's like a new star.
Hmm.
It's like a new beginning. And that's what gardenia is. It's like a new journey.
Hmm.
It's like a new journey on learning how to take care of you. And I like the flower idea because you gotta be able to take care of that flower,
Yeah.
right? It starts like small and then it grows and then it grows so big sometimes too. It's like a big, it could get big and it could smell so good. And the flower also, it can start small, but it can grow big
Yeah.
depending on how you take care of that flower, of that gardenia plant. And that's how I see us
Yeah.
as a humans. Like, um, it's like don't focus. So when gardenia is like it's a fresh start, right? It's
Hmm.
a fresh start. It's like um, we don't want you to forget your past, but like focus on you. Like start fresh.
Yeah.
Start fresh. That's start this new journey of healing, of blooming, watering yourself every day, and be the color that you
Yeah.
wanna be. Pick your color that you wanna be. Just be unique. Be you. That's that's what it is. So when I learn about gardenia, I say like, that's a perfect name. That's what we want. We want our girls to grow.
Hmm.
We want them to be unique, to feel good
Yes.
about their uniqueness,
Yes.
to feel good about who they are, to love and embrace who they are, and know that any color that they pick to be, they're gonna smell great.
Yeah. That's
And
great.
so everyone around them can smell that perfume and be like, I want to be a gardenia too, because they can feel that energy
Yes.
too, and then just being able to see them grow and maybe being our future coaches. Why not? Like
Yeah.
maybe from Gardenia, it could be girls that can go maybe in the future and to reach out to those groups and those organizations that we haven't been able to say yes. Maybe some of our own girls that we have been teaching them in the future can go and give a class
Mm-hmm.
and can go and support other groups,
Yes.
and that will be amazing.
Yeah.
Like once we plant that seed, and once they say like this has been helping me a lot and it has been making an impact, and I want to be able to share it with
Mm-hmm.
more, so hopefully Gardenia can grow in that
Yes.
direction as well, where they're what they're receiving, they can share it with more women in our
Yes.
community.
That's awesome. And if someone wants some more information, where do they go? What's your guys' Instagram?
Yeah,
Uh,
so our Instagram is just Gardenia Amor y Bienestar, so you can find us there. We're like a little flower right here, pink. Look for the pink flower. Yes, we also have our website. If you Google Gardenia
mhm.
Amor y Bienestar, I usually don't update it because I'm super busy, but one day we'll have our own
Maybe there's
website.
someone out there, a lady
Yeah, if
that's into
there's,
graphic design and wants to
yes, please.
volunteer their time and help with the website. You
Just,
know.
yes, if there is someone out there that would like to volunteer their time, please just let us know. They can also email us at Sandra at gardeniamorybienestar.org. But basically, it's a lot through Instagram. So you can send us a message, just look for us. We also have Facebook. So just look for Gardenia on Facebook. You can send us a message there too. And then we'll reply. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Awesome.
But if there is any people that would like to donate their time, their skills with us. We have some people that are really good at art, that they might be, or that they know how to do yoga or cooking classes. If they're interested in volunteering their time, please let us know. We'll
Yeah.
be more than happy to
Yes.
work with
Yes.
you. And then if you can share all those skills and knowledge with our community, it's just a great feeling. To be able, when you see people smile, people taste your food, the impact that you're making, it's just a feeling that it stays with you
Yeah.
for a long time. Those memories are amazing. So anybody out there that has skills that would like to share, um, we'll be here
Yeah.
waiting.
Awesome. Well, Sandra, thank you again
No,
for
thank
stopping
you.
by. I'm so glad that you're able to come
Thank
on
you.
and share everything that Gardenia represents and
Thank
everything
you.
that you guys are doing. So thank you again. And everyone, thank you again for watching.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for the next episode. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out.
Yes.
So thank you very much. God bless. See you guys in
Thank
the next one.
you.
Bye.
Bye.